What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? Greg here today. John, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Guys, today we are going to watch for the first time ever Barbarian. This is highly recommended by so many people. That's why we're doing it. But before we go into that, we got a sponsor that we use. So it always makes for the most natural of partnerships. Now, if you guys ever watch any of our horror coverage, I think it's pretty apparent that horror is easily one of, if not our favorite genre. In fact, some of you may know my passion is actually in screenwriting, and any script I've ever actually completed is within the horror genre. So yeah, horror's my jam. And that's why whenever the sponsor wants to work with us, it's always an instantaneous yes, especially because, like I said earlier, we already use their service. It's Shudder. Come on, it had to be Shudder. It's Halloween time. We love partnering with these guys.
So if you haven't heard of Shudder, which is also on AMC Plus, let us be the first people to tell you about it. It's a streaming channel dedicated entirely to horror, so if you're a die-hard horror head, it is perfect. And just the same, if you're one of those folks who waits till October to get some horror movies in to start up your Halloween spirit, it's perfect for you too.
You can also use promo code HOME, H-O-M as in mother, E, for 31% off Shudder's annual subscription. They have an awesome selection of cult classic films to iconic Hollywood favorites in just about every subgenre you could think of.
Plus some really cool playlists and original titles. They've got their own Creep Show anthology series. They have a great documentary called Horror Noir, which is all about the history of black horror, as well as an anthology series. And some of their newest film titles include Chloe Okuno's Watcher, as well as the new VHS film, VHS 99, which just became their most watched movie premiere ever.
They also have original series airing right now, including the 101 Scariest Horror Movie Moments of All Time and Queer for Fear, which is all about the history of queer horror.
They've even got a little Christmas horror anthology you might just see a familiar face in. Just saying, maybe go check it out.
Everything is uncut and commercial free. And the best thing is you can save 31% on an annual subscription when you hit up our special link in the description box and use our promo code HOME. Support the horror genre, and by supporting Shudder, it helps support the channel, so it's really just a great cycle of return on support. All right, guys, let's get to it. Eerie. What is that?
8831.
Wow, what a transition.
Jesus.
8831. Mother.
Oh, is this like an Airbnb situation?
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah. Modern day horror films.
Got an idea for a spooky Airbnb. Now stay with me.
I'm renting this place. I booked it on Airbnb like a month ago.
I booked it on HomeAway.
That's the other one.
And you sure you have the right date?
Look,
This is unbelievable.
what am I supposed to do?
Make love.
That's pop some bottles.
Why don't you come inside and we'll call these idiots.
Oh, what a clever way to capture someone.
Yep.
Is that what's happening?
Probably.
Just see Bill Skarsgård. I assume he's a Bill.
Taking notes.
Would you mind pulling up your reservation confirmation just so I can see it?
Smart.
In case I'm some kind of weirdo who's broken in here to sleep.
Yep.
It's not need to give her attitude. You got to be understanding of the situation, man. Come on.
You got to know that you are the threat here.
Lady, why would you go
Don't-
any further?
Wait till he does it.
I know. I would have done it outside. Like, get out. Oh my God. Jeez.
Yeah, that looks right to me.
Listen, I don't know what the protocol is for this.
Me neither.
Share room.
Get to know each other.
Here's what I propose. Why don't you just crash here?
Oh no, I don't think that's.
No. You take the bedroom, and I'll sleep out here on the couch. And then tomorrow we'll call these idiots, get our money back, free stay for both of us.
I really can't believe this.
This is such a scary situation.
There's no way I'm sleeping in the bedroom while a young lady is sleeping on the couch. Blame it on my upbringing, but it's not up for discussion.
Kind of have a thing about clean sheets.
Nah, man, sleep on the couch. You'd be closer to the door.
Yeah.
What if he's the owner?
Oh.
Doesn't come across like a Brooklyn, New Yorker.
It's a fake ID.
All these indie horror films have this yellow lighting. You creeper! You creep!
You know, you might want some of this, but if I open it while you weren't here, fuck, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Jesus Christ.
I get what you're getting at, dude.
You're good. Calm
I
down.
thought you wouldn't want any if you didn't see me open it, so I waited.
I'm good.
I looked around for some clean ones, but I couldn't find any. I'll be fine. Yeah, I've slept on worse.
I don't
Because
need
you're evil. Because you're evil. Evil people sleep on.
slept in blood and souls.
She made a movie about jazz last year called Blue Easy.
Oh, I saw that. I thought it was great.
Prove it.
No one's seen that movie.
About the makeshift brass band? And there's that scene with the kids on the rooftop playing the Coltrane stuff. That's great.
I can't believe you saw that.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Because I'm actually one of the founders of the Lion Tamers. We're looking for new space. So I'm here for a week, basically just scouring this side of town, looking for our next little nest.
What does that mean?
Nest to hide bodies? What?
Why is it always the girls who get their hearts ripped out in these things?
Girls can rip. Trust me.
She's going to rip someone's heart out of this.
Yep. Some kind of foreshadowing.
Back up, because now...
Gets a little bit, a little aggressive with the thing, but that is how you.
I was going to...
Yeah, I know.
You are officially situated.
Yeah, I think that about does it.
Stop looking at each other.
Go, leave, sleep.
There's a couch that needs to be put in gear here, so...
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be. Like, I can sleep on anything. Good night, Tess.
Good night, Keith.
No.
You're still creepy. I don't give a shit, man.
Kill
Don't
him.
trust you and your whole family, the whole Skarsgård family. Bunch of freaks.
This would be a genre of Skarsgård horror.
So worried. This is such a bad situation.
No.
God, does he murder in his sleep?
Keith.
Yeah. Oh, you not wake someone up when they're having a nightmare like that. Nope. Especially a guy.
Keith. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna let you go to sleep. Did you open my door?
No!
So mad at her.
Yeah.
Is it the music making me wonder if this... I don't know what's happening.
I don't either.
I can't tell. I can't tell.
I think we're just as sus as we're supposed to be.
Playing the creepy music. Wow, you really can't tell any of that at night.
Well, it was really nice to meet you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Okay, this is gonna be great.
Oh, she got the job. It's a happy movie.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like Halle Berry a little bit. It is oddly the one nice house on this block.
Yeah.
Hey, little girl!
What the shit?
Hey, little girl!
Good key control. Oh.
Come out that house!
Go away!
Come out that house!
Oh my god.
Oh. The true nightmare.
She goes to the bathroom a lot in this movie.
This movie really does acknowledge the human biological process.
Did you look him up? Oh my god, that's the poster.
Hey.
Oh my god. So there's like someone down here.
There must be. Maybe someone's living in the walls. Of course. Yes. Ew. Oh,
So
no.
subtly creepy.
Damn it.
That's messed up.
Yep. Oh my god.
That is really creepy.
Nope.
I was thinking she was
Yep.
going to say nope. I was wondering if it was gonna be nope. Oh my god.
So like a whole ass tunnel.
It's clearly a hidden room, lady. I was just,
Oh.
She's an aspiring documentarian.
This is the equipment I needed.
Even the lens they capture it with.
Yep.
Grainy. Gross.
Do you have the key?
It's here, but I can't open this.
All right.
How do we know he's not responsible for this?
We don't.
And I found this hidden passageway, and there was this room, and there was a bed, and a camera, and a bucket.
So there's a bed and a what? A bucket and a camera?
Paint a better picture test.
Come
you
on.
know what it is.
Bloodstain on the walls.
Do you see it? Yeah. Okay, we'll come back up now. Keith?
Oh, come
No.
on. Test.
No. Keith. This house was built on a slant.
Just let him die. God, I'm getting so frustrated. Don't go.
No. It's a basement within a basement.
Keith!
This is where you call it cop.
Keith! Come up here, Keith!
No, it's a trap.
Maybe go up and call the cops again first.
Wow, that's creepy. This is what is going on?
No. Ew.
Keith, if you are innocent, you're a moron.
Answer me, Keith!
Does Airbnb regret having agreed to this movie?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they have to?
Keith! Someone else is down here. Why? Why did you come down here?
Someone else is down here.
Shut.
That's where they were. That's where they were.
No, that's the way out. That's
Wait,
the
wait, come.
No, please stop it.
Come this way.
Stop it.
We have to
Stop
come
my
this way.
nose.
Tess,
That's
we
the
have
way
to come
out.
this way.
Please
Someone's
stop.
down. That's
Don't
where they
go
were. I'm not
that
going
way.
back.
Oh my god!
What was that? No. Oh my Christ.
Keith was innocent the whole time.
I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Keith.
I was so smart to cast him because you knew that you would suspect him because it's him. That was terrifying.
She's claimed that you were sexually aggressive during the filming of the pilot, and she no longer wants to move forward if you're involved. They're going to conduct an investigation and then decide how to proceed.
Wow.
I'm going to suggest that you find alternate wealth management.
Wow.
You're dropping me too.
There's a lot of Fascinating against typecasting here.
What? No, he's definitely playing a 17-year-old still.
Yep. It's a plucky, innocent 17-year-old.
If I could just have, like, a conversation with her, I'd probably nip this whole thing in the bud.
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances are you to contact her.
If I just call her and just
Listen
be like,
to me.
This is such a weird movie.
I know.
You think they're gonna arrest me?
I think that is a very distinct possibility. I think that flying off to another state is not a good look right now.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an owner. I'm here to pick up a set of keys.
Name.
AJ Gilbride.
476 Barbary.
There it is.
What is this snake? Is the lady underground the property manager?
Yeah, she's the one who posts on Airbnb. Home Away or whatever. She also manages the Overlook Hotel.
Why was Tess just watching her get his head slammed in? People go to the bathroom in this movie.
Frequently, like real life.
Well, someone's here. There's a suitcase and clothes and shit.
We haven't rented it out in a couple of weeks.
Well, do we know when the last tenants checked out? Do I have squatters?
Man to man, like real talk, like what the actually happened?
Dude, I'll be real with you.
That's all I'm asking. That's the only thing I'm
Let me be real with you. We did, okay?
Right?
She just took some convincing is all. That's it.
Yikes.
Ugh.
In the beginning, she was like, oh, whatever, but like, and then we started fooling around more, and then she was down. Like,
Right.
freaking really down. I'm a persistent dude, right? I'm like, eye at a time.
Ugh.
And she came around, and that's it. That's what happened, straight up.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep telling
I was
yourself.
one. I was like, maybe you didn't.
Yeah, I know. Maybe they want me to think that you did.
Line between seducing and assault.
Hi, Megan. This is AJ. I just want to say that I'm really, really sorry if offended you or... Because, you know, people can have different versions of the same thing, and...
Oh, God. Jane Eyre, huh? Good pick.
Who the f*** are you?
Oh, great. He's going to get accused of murder, too, by the end of this.
Yeah. I'm going to get the whole rap sheet.
Tess. All right.
What would a test password be?
Oh, great throw. He didn't even look.
No.
How did he land it?
How many takes did that take?
Great shot.
I have a gun. And I'm going to come down there and just open up on whoever I see in about 30 seconds, all right? Or you can just come up here now and I'll let you go. Squat in my fucking house.
Jesus, no.
Squatters are a terrible nightmare scenario, though.
Yeah.
It's very real.
What the f?
Is he smart enough to figure out how to open that door? No, it's an impressive squatter, isn't it?
There's a movie I want to name check, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
Can underground rooms be listed as square footage when...
This freaking guy.
Can be noted separately in the listing's total area. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, bitch.
Do you even know what that means? Bring a few knives.
He does play this guy very real.
Yeah.
These are people I've met. Like, I know this personality.
Oh, gross. 10 by 12, that's 123 by 9. That's... Shit.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, shit.
This is like
I love this.
a whole new definition of a dumb character.
Yeah.
It's a whole new kind of dumb horror movie character. This is beautifully done.
What the is this? Hello?
Wow, the way they use darkness in here.
Determine how long he likes to nurse.
Oh, God. What the
That is scary.
Yeah. Oh.
Who's there?
Wow.
These lenses.
Wow, this feels like a video game.
Yeah.
Keep counting the square footage.
Yep. No!
Did you bring your phone too? Ooh. It's getting closer. Ooh. It's getting closer. Ah.
Oh no. Ow.
No.
Jeez.
What is happening? Are we in the past now?
Looks like it. Is this the origins?
What a weird film.
Oh, nothing
Is
good
that
can
Richard
come of
Brake?
Richard Brake.
Their teeth is important, but it's not easy. And there's so many name brands to choose from. But how do you know which ones aren't loaded?
Wow, this movie is so well constructed. It's inspiring.
It is, yeah. I would love to see the script for this.
Plastic sheets,
Plastic sheets, we have some on 7.
diapers, some baby stuff.
Infant needs are this way. Come on, I'll take you. Here.
The tape.
Yeah. So it must be the dad of that girl down there.
Yeah.
What crazy production design. Sometimes you can feel the cameraman.
Yeah.
Like, you really feel like you're one with the camera in this.
Yeah. Like the way they use perspective in this is so engaged.
Are you in the market?
This guy's a killer.
Martindale Motors will make sure you walk out of our lot with a new set of wheels, and we won't be over a bit. Martindale Motors is the Motor City's #1 used car dealership for
That is super creepy.
Oh. You look like a Carlos.
Richard Brake, man. How many creepy people can you play?
Sorry to bother.
No bother.
We've got some outages in the neighborhood, and I'm just checking to make sure everything's up to par.
I'm going to use this bathroom.
Laying an entryway for him to break back in.
We're moving, Frank. Yeah. I hate to do it, you know. But the wife thinks if we don't do it now, we may not be able to get out this time next year, because, you know, the neighborhood's going to hell, Frank.
Sure looks like it. Not even questioning the Carlos name tag.
I'm not going anywhere.
Wow.
What wild production.
Ooh. No, no, no. Oh, how icky. Oh my God.
All she knows how to do is be a mom.
She just wants you to be her baby.
Uh-oh. You're gonna get spanked now. Oh!
What is she?
This looks like those creatures from The Descent.
This movie is something else. Now would be the time to strike her.
Oh, God!
Oh, she's got like some type of unnatural human strength.
Yeah.
Come on, Tess.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I knew it.
No, no, no.
Should have drank from the bottle, man. Oh, how the tables have turned, Justin Long.
This is a time for us to bond, to share this tender, intimate moment.
Yep, yep.
Great. Damn. Clever script, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Forgot all about that shit. Kick it open. Should have closed the door. Come on, Tess.
Oh my God, you got this.
Come
You're
on,
so
Tess.
close. You were so
Tess.
close. You're so
Go,
close. You're so
Tess.
close.
Go, Tess.
You're so close. No.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Homeless man, no. Or maybe he knows.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he was actually trying to save her this whole time.
But I know she's in there.
No, she has someone else in there. We have to help him.
Nerve-wracking.
And she ain't even the worst thing that's in there.
What?
You need to worry about you. Nah, stay by the water tower. Stay. Come on.
Wait. No, we can't leave him. We have to call the police.
I ain't got no phone.
She will kill him. I need to help him.
And how you gonna do that?
Give her a gun.
She comes out at night. So if you want to get going, then go. But don't you come back. And don't you be around here when it gets dark.
She's gonna have to rip her heart out.
Yeah, what else is there?
What's something that's worse in there?
Like a feral underground baby.
Yeah.
Maybe Richard Brake is still alive, Texas Chainsaw style.
Oh. How would the baby be worse?
I don't know. Whew.
I'm okay if Justin Long dies. No, honest. Sure. Go deeper.
What choice do you have?
How far has she gone?
Do you have a phone?
So much square footage.
I know.
He is alive.
Oh, Christ.
You have any ID?
Are you listening to what I'm saying? I've been held prisoner.
So you don't have ID?
I don't have anything. I am a woman who has been held prisoner and has escaped. And I am telling you that there is a man in serious danger.
Water? Water. Okay, yeah? Good. Listen, man, we're gonna get out of here, okay? I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna let everybody know what's going on down here.
You're saying all the wrong things.
What do you want? This is trash. I don't know what you want.
To pull the string.
I've had enough of you. You're lucky we don't bring you downtown to sleep this off in jail.
Sleep this off? Are you kidding?
She's bleeding.
Where are you going? Come on, please don't go. Just...
Oh, that's so messed up.
Is that guy related to him?
Maybe.
That guy was behind the wheel when they drove off. Oh. Ugh.
Oh my God. There's a lot.
Some of those labels.
Puker blind. Oh.
Gas station redhead.
Left her with no choice.
Not a night.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Yep. Ha.
No, wait!
Oh!
Oh my God!
Yes! Yes! Use your windshield wipers.
Yes!
Damn, she does have Richard Brake's eyes.
Maybe it's him in a lady makeup.
Man, this is a crime scene. You're a murderer. All right?
Ma'am, are you all right? Let's get you out of between this car.
Oh, please don't kill Tess. I'm so worried he's going to shoot her. Please, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Don't do one of those movies. Don't do one of those movies.
No.
No horror movie.
No.
Don't do it. We've come so far, horror movie.
The urge, please. Please don't Night of the Living Dead us now.
No, don't. That would be so frustrating. Please don't.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh!
Crock of shit. That is bullshit.
Hey, can you? Okay. I'm so sorry. Come on, we gotta get you out of here. Come on. I'm sorry.
Oh, please tell me she's still there.
She's gone.
What do you mean she's gone? Where the f is she?
I don't know.
What?
I think we're almost there.
What are we looking at?
Gotta be here somewhere.
Who?
Oh, the water tower guy. Yeah.
He used to bring women down there, and then he started making babies with them, and babies with the babies, and you make a copy of a copy.
Oh.
And you end up with something like that.
Which way to get her help, huh?
Now, y'all need to just sit right here and wait.
I can't do that. This is my fault.
It don't matter whose fault it is.
It does. I hurt somebody.
Oh, but is he about to fess up? Damn.
I can't change what I've done. I can just try and fix it. And that's what I'm gonna do.
You ain't gonna do nobody no help if you go out there and get yourself killed.
Yeah, he wasn't talking about, he's talking about something completely, while they were birthing.
Did you get news out here?
How do you know she can't get in here?
Shit, I've been living in this place more than 15 years, and she ain't never came in this motherfucker.
Oh, jeez. So you give her a reason. No!
Why'd you run away?
That is a strong copy of a copy of a copy.
Can't get over a fucking barbed wire.
Do you still have the gun?
Yeah.
Wait for me! Come on!
Dude, remember about you did this?
Your gun!
Just the definition of an idiot.
There's nowhere to go.
Don't stay by the staircase.
I can get away. But you're gonna have to slow her down.
No.
What? Get your baby!
What?
You awful, awful human being. Did she break his fall? Or her fall?
That's what it looks like.
How would she have possibly gotten ahead of her, though?
I was like, how would you grab and twist? But...
No way.
Oh my god. Oh my god, are you okay?
Oh my god, shoot the woman in the head first.
I had no time to think. I panicked.
Sure you did.
You started to slip. There's nothing I could do. You get it, right? Okay. You're gonna be okay. I got you. I'm saving you. You're okay.
Thank God. Do your worst, lady.
Oh, buddy. Wow.
Nicely done. Whoa, she just split his head in half. Jeez. No, let her take care of you.
Oh.
What?
My baby. Bye-bye. Oh!
Oh, Bill Skarsgård produced it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well done. Bravo.
It's a good movie.
That was a ride.
There's nothing in the credits, right?
No, it's not supposed to be.
There's no point sticking around.
Who cares?
Who cares about the hard work these people?
All the different people who made this possible.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Yeah, no, that was brilliant. That was a brilliant movie. That was so well constructed, so surprising. I didn't know. I heard all I knew was I heard Justin Long and Peter Skarsgård were in this film, and that it was a great, fun horror film. But
no, Bill. not your favorite Skarsgård, Peter.
What did I say?
You said
Peter
Skarsgård is Bill.
Bill Skarsgård.
Bill is Pennywise.
I kept feeling like it was an independent horror film. Oh, yeah, this is a Fox film. We had like Disney. Yeah, Disney. I remember invited us as some screeners. We're just gonna go.
Yeah, it's like a Fox Searchlight. So I don't know if they maybe acquired it later or if they threw down some funding or whatever. But yeah, it's like the upper side of indie.
No, it's a fun movie, and it's really well. It handles its reveals well, right up to the character with Justin Long too. Like because like to me it's like Tess is the star of this movie, and Tess is the shit. Like she was great. Like I could have watched the whole movie. It has an interesting game with the audience because when it switched to Justin Long, it took me some time, by time in 10 minutes to adjust because I just wasn't digging it as much as I was enjoying it, and I liked the weird, abrupt choice about it and how it was connecting. But I was really just fully locked in for the movie of them, like Bill Skarsgård and Bill, right? Yeah, and Bill Skarsgård and Georgina Campbell.
Yeah,
them being locked down there and then dealing and uncovering it. I was on the board for the first movie they were pitching us.
I was on board for
there's 3 movies in here, and what we did was we hopped around till they all sort of watch how they're tethered and watch how it all comes together. But I was on board for that first movie. So when it cut to this other thing, and it had such a different tone. It took me a while because Justin Long is while a great actor, that Justin Long, he is a great actor, and I thought he nailed this role. I was like, but I was really emotionally invested in the Tess character.
No, absolutely, and part of you is like, I would totally have watched the real time thriller of this.
But I liked what they did. I was like, no, I wouldn't have it. By the end of it all, I wouldn't have it any other way. Is my point I'm getting to is like while it took some time to get on board for it. Because I could have sworn that Tess, because I was sold Tess was dead, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see any reason she'd still be alive. There's no reason that. So the way they handled it does a good job at reeling you in and making you question what is going on and not knowing where it's going, but wanting to see it through till the very end. You got to find out where this is going. Like if I was by myself, I wouldn't be turning this off. Like this was a very engrossing film with such great panache to the way it was executed.
Totally.
It was so well constructed and so well thought out. It was one of those movies that I imagine they kind of shot for the edit because you get that vibe because the editing is so well calculated. The direction is so strong with phenomenal performances throughout. Kate Bosworth is in this. She was a voice.
And Sarah Paxton.
There were some favors in here. I just pulled up IMDb while we were talking.
Yeah, absolutely. One, Kurt Braunholer, the neighbor, he's like a comedian.
The director played a character. Yeah. And he's a writer, too, of it.
Yeah.
Get that impression.
Yeah. I know exactly how all of this needs to be. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's not an insult. Like it's just so well calculated. And man, what a force to be reckoned with of a filmmaker. My God, what else has he done? I'm so curious. This is like one of those instant. I want to see everything. First movie. Second movie.
He did Miss March.
Did a bunch of TV shows.
The Whitest Kids You Know movie. Damn. Rest in peace, Trevor Moore.
Well, there's a dark comedy touch to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally.
A really strong dark comedic touch to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, John, I'll let you say some things in the meantime.
Yeah, no.
Dominate this conversation.
No, for sure. This was a very satisfying and gratifying ride, and yeah, it's one of those things where it unfolds in a way where it's constantly poking and prodding you, and it's constantly throwing these. It plays, on your own suspicions, both of the actors and the circumstances, and just the unfolding of like, oh man, secret passage. Like it seems like it only gets weirder and stranger, but not in a way where it feels like, what is the weirdest thing we can throw at you? Like there is a logic, and I like movies like this that will throw you around and disconcert you, and then by the end you're like, okay, clearly there is a logic here. And, clearly you drew out a linear map of this and then sort of mixed it up to create the most satisfying version of the narrative. But yeah, it just creates its own little world, and I'm glad that it ends the way it does. It's so definitive because in that moment where they're like, that's not the worst thing down there, I was like, oh, I can already imagine how this might, set up a sequel in a world where this is slaughtering the, independent horror box office. But I like that they didn't seem to pull any punches or hold any bars. And yeah, they create this fascinatingly weird Venn diagram of you have the immediate physical stakes of the situation, but then you also have this weird emotional quality where you're becoming very aware of who this guy Justin Long is, especially after having all this suspicion surrounding Bill Skarsgård that doesn't prove merited as far as we know. And then having that play on your experience with it, because with Tess, you are so much like, no, I want you to survive. I want you to endure, and I want you to ultimately escape. And with him, it is like, you could kill him. You could.
Yeah.
And then when they get them both together, I think that solidifies a nice sort of brilliance, because it's like, in a way, it's a fascinating little debate. She's like, without the knowledge, she's like, well, I have to go back and save him. And then, you have those moments where they are sort of on an even plane, and then you graduate to where he has the upper hand and ultimately makes the dastardly decisions. And so, like, I feel like this combines the best of both worlds in terms of one of those, like, A24 style psychological, thematic horror movies, but that also has a monster element that is, just as visceral and icky as, something much schlockier. I was reminded of a lot of different movies in ways where it wasn't like, oh, here's an homage to The Descent or Parasite or any number of other things, but like, it seemed to borrow those kinds of story components, but use them in its own very unique and bleak way.
Yeah. Well, they set up her character well, especially with Tess. They set her up really well as like with the kind of career pursuit that she has, that she would be someone who is extra observant, who could pick up on things and kind of figure stuff out. So it made sense to me that she would be able to determine, like, okay, she wants me to be her baby, and then her being kind of like, it's a really cool, final girl ascension of coming into her own strength, because, when she witnesses Keith, really smart to cast. That was like a reverse Psycho kind of casting,
or reverse Shining.
Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse Drew Barrymore of Scream. You're like, it's Bill Skarsgård. It's got to be evil.
It's got to be. Nope, don't trust you. Don't trust
you. He's always evil.
I know not to trust you.
He's an evil man.
Yeah.
Friggin' Pennywise. Come on. Everybody's a disturbed individual. Like, so you just kind of assume he's going to be bad. And the way he plays it, and I think him having a producer contribution to this probably really clued him into exactly how he had to do the performance. Like, no, the audience has to be suspicious of him. They have to suspect. The best way to experience this is without a trailer. I have no idea what the trailer is, so I have no way of telling you of like I'm fascinated with films like this. Of how do you pitch this? How do you market it? I mean, the obvious pitch is, what if you went to an Airbnb and some like crazy shit went down? Like, what if there was something actual malevolent living underneath the house that you were at? So it's a solid what if scenario. Of I could see that pitch, but in terms of like the madcap surreal weirdness that this movie goes down and structurally, like, I have no idea how you convey that to an audience. So I think I think the best way to go into this is as blind as possible. But yeah, when she first sees Keith get murdered, she's frozen in her tracks. She's just paralyzed at the sight of it, and as much as a lot of us would love to imagine if we were in a scenario like that, we might fight back or stop it. I could think of a couple of people who would definitely be like, no, I know them instinctually. They go in and probably mess shit the second something happens, just got to throw it out. Yeah. Like, I know a couple of people like that. I mean, there's one in particular, but I think most of us would probably be just so fear-stricken by something of a sight. Like, first you're dealing with such a horrific sight, you're already in a state of fear based off the environment you're in, and then you're seeing something such a crazy peculiar oddity just to destroy, annihilating someone in front of you. Like, you would go into shock. I think a lot of us would. Like, you just wouldn't know what to do. And I think that her being so filled with fear is kind of what saved her. And then by the end, she fights back, and then there is that like they illustrate her well. What I'm trying to get at is like I think it's written really well. Like it's so easy to look at the directing and the cinematography, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, but I think it's also the kind of screenplay I feel can be overlooked because it's a really well done. I mean, it's the same director, right?
Yeah,
so yeah, it makes sense. But I'm acting like it's a different writer.
Yeah, totally.
No, they're very intertwined here. But yeah, I think in terms of scripting, it makes sense why the direction of what to do with your actors is so well done because now I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of girl who would get fear struck in a situation like that, and then you see her by the end before she pulls the trigger that there is this quality where she can see like this monster is kind of like a universal horror monster.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
You're not. This is not your fault. The way you are and why you are the way you are, and I get it, and I feel bad for you, and I feel sorry, but you're also like, I gotta murder you. I gotta put you down.
Yeah. And it's probably sympathetic towards your existence, though you might not understand as well because, I mean, you live feral underneath the house. And yeah, I love that touchstone too because it does seem truly like it does borrow monster movie aesthetics. And she pulls Jane Eyre out, which is like a gothic semi-romantic horror story in and of itself, and there is that. It's like there's so many great things mishmashing here because, like, especially with the woman or whatever she's called, and it kind of reminded me of The Woman, that movie where you have this feral woman, but it's a reverse scenario where she can't speak, but she is the aggressor here. And even like it reminded me of like a found footage movie like Wreck. Like there's so many things it takes, but I think it uses all the thematic elements just as much as it does the visual elements of those things.
Well, I think it's a good character thing because a lot of we're like cliche people at like a low quality theater shouting at the screen sometimes in the first act of this movie.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, woman? Get out of there. That's clearly creepy. Come on, cut the shit. Get out of
there. Don't go in there.
Yeah.
Don't go down more stairs.
Get out of there.
Grab the flashlight.
Why would Keith go further in there? What's going on here?
Yeah.
So you're just like shouting at them. But I wouldn't, like, while there's some choices that feel very horror movie of, come on, don't be stupid. Like in real life, whenever I'm in I've never been in any like truly horrific scenario. I haven't. But if anything presents itself as a potential threat, I take every like strong caution possible. Like I try to become very calculated as possible,
very observant, very calm but intent.
Yeah, it's like I'm one of those people that when panic happens like that, I become hyper focused and like let me think of every scenario. Use the flashlight, record with my phone. I become like this weird machine. So I start thinking that. But with Tess, I thought was cool was. I weirdly was buying into how this was all progressing, like with her being in the house as much as like, hey, this guy might be a threat. The way the conversations were done, you're like, okay. I just think it's smart, man. Even with, because a lot of times music, you can put a different track, a different type of musical composer on something, and you can have a different response to any scene. So they would play like spooky, scary music with situations with Keith.
Yeah.
But you had nothing to fear about the guy. So it's a clever manipulation on the audience.
But it's not too much because you are in her shoes going like, I would be suspicious of this.
But if you play the right music, you're watching a rom-com.
Yeah, totally. I can absolutely see the flip version. What a charming coinkydink, and now we're just in for the weekend and finding true love.
Yeah, like who would have thought that this situation would present itself? Because when he is saying there are smart things that are being said, there's a lot of like bodily fluid stuff in here, like the bathroom, the pregnancy, the birth, the feeding. There's a lot of like weird bodily fluid things.
Yeah, a lot of acknowledgement of that, which I find I can't tell if it's like a thematic intent because then you go down underground and it's like reverse Texas Chainsaw Massacre where it's like we've been living here since the 40s. No matter how run down it gets, just peeing in bottles. We don't have the advantage of the upstairs plumbing, and so I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of hidden commentary about poverty in there, but yeah, it does seem like a weirdly intent motif throughout the movie.
It's interesting to see a movie that. I really appreciated the flashback with Richard Brake and how they told you the origin. Like you picked up on what I didn't think it was like baby within a baby within a baby kind of thing. Like, I think
it's even worse than Don't Breathe.
That far. But you got it became apparent, like, okay, yeah, it's got to be at least his daughter in some way, right?
Yeah.
Even if it was a non-consensual way, it's got to be his daughter. And the way they handled that, where you see the flashback, and I've seen so many stories. I've never been to Michigan myself. I've never been to Detroit myself, but in my cozy Los Angeles perspective, everything I ever see that is depicted in Detroit just looks like the worst place to visit.
Most run down.
And they're always dealing with the worst things. And I see a lot of stories about gentrification over there and rundown neighborhoods and stuff. And they utilize the backdrop of Detroit very well and different in a way that I hadn't seen done before, especially with the way they handled the flashbacks of, look at this pristine, beautiful white neighborhood. And here they're going, our neighborhood's going to shit here.
We better get out while we can.
Yeah, we better get out. It's all going terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it? Oh my God, this looks great.
Yeah, this looks idyllic.
And the way in the who was the cinematographer? Because the way they handled the darkness was so well done, and how they utilized it for transitions. I was very impressed with this movie. It was very impressive.
Yeah, and it made me think, because you do have it allows you, I think, the benefit of having those logical, rowdy in a horror movie theater kind of responses, like especially at first when he's like, "Have you seen this area?" And we're like, I mean, outside it didn't look that bad, and then the next day she goes out and you're like, oh yeah, I get it. I didn't see it last night, but today I do see why you wouldn't feel at all comfortable in this neighborhood. And yeah, like the use of light to even just mask that, at first, because it plops you in a way where you're like, oh, nice little house, quiet neighborhood.
Zach Cooperstein. Nope, never seen any movie this guy's done.
Interesting.
Wonder what the lookbook on the pitch deck look like for this film.
That's a good
like,
question.
what were the films they referenced for visual aesthetic? Because there's some interesting touches here. Sometimes it really felt like a video game.
Oh, those like really wide angle, like POV arm shots, or that especially that moment with Justin Long.
Well, I think like I said at one point, I think when it felt like the camera was, you were the audience with the camera. Like a lot of times you got to make the audience unaware of the camera, and that actually worked with it made it more effective to feel like you are the camera without doing the whole handheld fucking shit. Like that's usually what they do to make it feel more realistic. And while there's like handheld moments, there's a lot of the way it was mounted was kind of like those subtle David Fincher touches. Like we saw that Wisecrack video forever ago where they talked about how David Fincher would
those subtle moves. He'll move with character movements.
Where you
specifically.
wouldn't even notice it's moving. Until like someone points it out to you. But it's so subtle that it like reels you in, and I feel like that was sometimes happening very apparently, but other times it was happening in ways that felt more subtle.
Well, they made, instead of going like, oh, gritty handheld, which they do at times, and again lends itself to some of the sort of like almost found footagey elements in the more intense moments, but I think they really made a great use of wide angle lenses to convey that sense of you are there, as well as like really kind of long zoom lenses that allow you to kind of focus in on the person that you're seeing with a little bit of that background blur, but in a way that still feels like you are voyeuring in on them. Like it is, you said voyeuristic, I think at one point early on, even in that like city scene, where you feel the safest, you still have that quality of like, I don't know, something's lurking, something's watching, and I feel like I am in the room for it too, which is all the more uncomfortable. And it's impressive because it is a stylish movie, but where the style, doesn't usurp the intent of the style. It's substantial style.
Yes, which is the thing you got to really try to aim for these days. And especially with horror. Like horror is, I just think like the way they do horror. Horror is a great example of why I love watching horror films, because stuff like this is just the most exciting, and it's not like massive budget. And I feel like the way they handled the AJ character was smart, because they let you in on like, no, he did do the deed. He did do the awful thing.
He's the snake.
And then the way they play with tropes is fun, because the second I was about to get really mad at the movie. And they mess with you. They mess with you in the movie. I think it's so intentional. Like they have fun with the audience, where you do where like Tess is shot, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me! What a bunch of bullshit! Yeah, because it seems so obvious that it would happen. I thought it seemed so obvious that it would happen, and then but then they subverted that expectation, and then even with AJ, they did that too. Where you're like, you're really gonna have a redemption story for this guy?
I love that too, because he's so good at playing it that it's a nice moment in isolation. But yeah, like I like that they kept his true, like when it really comes down to it, you watch him bargain with himself, and you watch who that person's psyche is author the entire situation.
No, he's a total narcissist.
Yeah, totally.
And then you even see when he does go to pick up Tess that he's trying to sell another story.
He's
again.
bargaining,
yeah. It's a bunch of bullshit. So I'm like, no, that is the kind of person this would be. You know? Yeah. So I thought that was really effective. And the only predictable scare moment, because all the scare stuff really got me, but the only predictable one was when she popped up behind the homeless guy.
Yeah.
That was the only time I was like, oh, come on. That's the most cliche. Yeah. Like, it's pretty obvious.
She can't get in here.
Yeah, look at the way you're framing your shot.
Yeah.
It's the only
negative space.
You could tell. Yeah, you could tell. It's the only predictable time.
I like that guy, too. That guy's great.
And that's another great subversion of exploring the city of Detroit. You know, there's something that felt like very 70s horror about it, 60s, 70s horror about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has. Well, because I think it does, really nicely to blend that sensibility with the modern style, because so much of what you are doing with the characters is kind of watching them in mundane moments that are just unfolding. You know, just stuff is kind of happening, and then you stumble into the perils, and I think, it splits the difference because, modernality, we don't let everything just, kind of sit and unfold quite as gradually as a 70s movie does. But I was sitting there thinking during that scene where Justin Long is Googling floor plan and square footage finances or whatever, and he's just kind of just reading it off and just kind of going over like mundane stuff. Like I wondered how much improv even there might have been with some of the lines, because you are just sitting there for. And I think that like the bathroom thing kind of lends itself to that too. You're just watching like regular people stuff for so much of it, and yet it's well lived in by the actors and well motivated by the situations. So you don't get like the deepest dive into who these people are, but they do feel alive, and they do feel, again, present in a way that's then assisted by all the style and, lensing and stuff.
Yeah, I think everything all around was pretty awesome. I thought this was like an awesome film. It like quickly became one of my favorites. Slight Place Beyond the Pines vibe to it with the narrative all circling around the history of this house.
It's like a weird creepy pasta. Well, and I like that too. Like it has just enough little, not quite supernatural, but there's something about like, man, this house just ever since, he started up his torture dungeon down there, it just seems like a pall lives over this house and no good can come of this. And through all this negligence of, the owners passing it down, this is all allowed to happen.
Just strength of evil vibe.
And then, she has this superhuman kind of wiriness that I guess you could.
Very supernatural.
Yeah.
She gets crushed by a car.
And falls off a water tower and is, I guess, crushed by the weight of at least another person. So,
she's very. It was like, how would you? I didn't even think a gunshot would do her in, to be honest. I got to that point.
But I love
that would be the
too.
80s sequel. Starts off on the picks up right after and just gets killed. Finds Tess, murders her main character.
But she kills her in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Well, good parenting movie. Guys, what'd you think about Barbarian? Leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to subscribe, click that bell, leave a like. And we will catch you all soon, but we'll also shout out some patrons. Not gonna make a John Boyega joke.
Sharks in the Water with Zachary Barker.
Oh, Clive Barker. Halloween season might have been better. You get it.
Irfan Chowder Hungry.
Taki Wall Kalaki.
Ian's Iman.
Song Heiglover.
Jacob Nepotism.
Never mind, bro.
Fan Cops.
Alan John Carpenter's The Ling.
Logan Scorsese.
Kira from Death Note. Ha ha ha.
Eric Kahn, 69, dude.
Kusi Kusalagoopa Goop.
There's a snake in my boot.
Nix CK.
Spanish John Longoria.
Gail Weathers Ferguson.
Muhammad la you want to kiss the girl.
Jaron Warner, Texas Ranger.
Cliff, commonly used Latino name.
Charlie Alex Day.
Master Tits.
John the Boat.
Andy
Ray Liotta Backstabber.
You're crazy.
Macro Tungsten.
Lauren Seabiscuit.
Simply a stoner. You're high. Stop it.
Joanna St. Maud.
Rogue Scroll.
So Jewish 94.
Jason Mantzoukas.
Rosie Beatty Kirk Picard.
I see what you did there. Colleen.
Philip Jesus Smith.
Jen Jesus Smith.
E Honda versus Blanca.
Fight round one.
You gotta mix it up, guys.
Finish him. Fine. Just figure out which name was yours.
It's on screen.
You can read. Well, we love you all.
Happy to shout you all out.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for joining us. Every month, all month.
Hopefully this went over all right.
Leave your feedback.